obviously you know Norwich very, very well, but it's not often that you're here now. How often do you come back?
Well, we try and be every couple of years, give it a little bit of a break and then get back, because it's I'm not playing any longer now, so you got to dig deep a little bit.
Absolutely. Split your recovery time, is that what you're saying?
I've got to keep my wife working.
Yeah. Very much so, very much so. But now that you are here, I know it's a short time that you're going to be here, but how much of it have you been able to absorb when you went over to Carrow Road at the weekend?
Well, you know, I mean, the good thing about coming was the time was right. They're playing at home, and I thought, well, this will be 2 points or 3 points they're going to pick up here. The game didn't go the way I thought it might go. We got to being 1 up, and I thought, well, we could hold on to this. It's not bad. But second half we weren't non-existent. We weren't even in it, and I think they've got to spend a little bit of time working on that and sort of. But it's going to be tough. This is the Premier League is a tough league, and you can probably see every year you see the same names up there. You know, all the star-studded teams are up there. So Norwich are going to have to fight their way to stay in this division. You know, they've got to do better than they did yesterday.
Yeah, watching from afar, I mean, it's been an extraordinary year, winning promotion the way they did as well. I mean, how closely do you follow their progress from?
Oh, it's the first thing I look for. The first thing I look for is their result. And the other thing is, the big difference here is that when you're not in the Premier League and you're in the Division 1, you don't get any television time in the USA. But if you're I get to see Norwich, you know, on television, which is great. Unfortunately, the results haven't been the same. But
no.
So they've got to fight. If they can get away with a mediocre season this year and just hold on to about fifth from bottom or something like that until they rebuild again, I'm a supporter all the way through with them.
Yeah. In terms of the atmosphere yesterday, was that sort of what you expected?
Oh yeah, I mean I've walked around the ground before. They've taken me around to different, but the stadium is great. I mean, it really is. You can't want for anything. They've got it there. My wife and I had lunch there, and they really looked after us. They look after me when every time I've been here, they've been wonderful to us. So I'd like to be around more often just for the games and stuff, but unfortunately it's a long way to come from. So
you said that they'll have to fight hard. What do you think the most significant thing they have to work on, do you think? Is it defensively? Is it all round?
Well, they need to be scoring goals. You can't win games without scoring goals. I mean, you sort of, as long as you can survive at home and get the odd result away from home, I think they've got a good chance. But that didn't look pretty yesterday. The first half was better of the two halves. But as soon as they went 1 down, and then they sort of lost it a little bit, and then bang, number 2 went in, and we were non-existent from there. So I'm sure the manager will probably have a few nice words to say about that and build on that.
Yeah, and I suppose the awkward thing as well is against a team who came up in the same season as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. No, I think they're gonna. I think they'll hang in there. It's going to be a tough year, but any opportunity I get of watching Norwich is boom straight on. So
yeah, absolutely. When you were there yesterday, did you manage to catch up with any of your former teammates and stuff?
Yeah, Dave Stringer, Billy Punton. Normally Terry Alcock, but he wasn't there yesterday. So, and they're all sort of working for the club now, which is nice.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of new faces there that I don't know. I'm very impressed with the goalkeeper there.
Tim Krul. Yeah.
Yep, he's done very well. I've been to a couple of training sessions, and he's a hard worker and an extremely good goalkeeper.
Yeah. So
that's one position you won't have to worry about.
Yeah. Absolutely. And following in a great line of goalkeepers I've had in the past as well, you included, so many appearances you've had as well over the years. Um, as I say, it's an exciting time early this season. Also a sad time this year as well, because two members or two focal points from the team which won promotion for the first time in 1972 are not with us anymore. And that's the former captain, Duncan Forbes, and more recently, the former manager, Ron Saunders.
Yeah, well, I did have the opportunity of going to see Duncan. He was in a home, and it was just an absolutely devastating thing for me. Well, great guy. Okay, full up here.
Take your time to.
Dunk was like a brother.
Yeah.
You know, he was a general on the field, a general at home, and a great guy to be out with, and we had a lot of fun. I got more upset when I went there to see him and he didn't know who I was, and we were like that,
Like brothers,
and he didn't know who I was, and just looked straight past you. But I'm sure he's in a better place now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of suffering the way he did.
And
Ron.
Yeah.
Ron was good for me. He came at a very critical time of my career. I was enjoying life a little bit too much, and he dragged me aside into his office and he said, "So you're the international playboy here?" I said, "No." No. He said, "Well, you know, you're going to find things a little different." So I said, "Well, that's fine." And he said, "So we're going to do it my way, or it's going to be the highway for you?" And I'll never forget it. So I said, "Yes, boss." Walked out of there and had the best season I've had. It was unbelievable. And then the next time, after seeing that, the next time I get to bump into Ron, is at Wembley Stadium, and where he is now with Aston Villa. And I was, and John Bond was our manager, and it was good. And Aston Villa beat us 1-0, and so that was the last I saw of Ron. But he was a great, hard-working guy, and everybody appreciated and stood up to him, and you knew how many punches you could pull with him.
Yeah,
so, you know.
Not many.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Absolutely, yeah. But we always look back at the '72 season and the iconic training sessions, you know, Household Heath and that sort of stuff, and everyone just thinks that just epitomised Ron.
Yeah, I'm sure he was a prisoner of war or something. Because I'll tell you what, he would have us. I mean, you know what? You've been there. He'd have us hopping up on one leg, then we'd jog up, and then we'd hop down on the other leg. And I'm going, God, this guy must have served either sometime in jail or something like that. But boy, but the results were good, and so you can't go against that.
No, exactly. And just finally, just to finish. Obviously, you're living in Tampa.
Yep.
The connection with Tampa that Norwich City have as well, which goes back from the last summer as well. So I suppose in a way you'll get.
Well, I've been to a couple of training sessions, and they've invited me, and my wife and I went out for dinner, and the club have been very good to me, you know, and I'll continue to support them every way I can. So looking forward to them coming back.